Hi everyone, this is a message out to NZARH and all of your members and the hairdressing family in New Zealand. Guys, how are you all? I'm here in lockdown in London like you are back in New Zealand. Luckily we have a park very close by, so we're able to go for a nice long walk each day. In fact, if I play my cards right, I think I could even be fitter and slimmer by the time I finish my quarantining here, or my lockdown, or whatever you want to call it. To all of you hairdressers out there, we will be back in business again. Things will take off again. And as you know, those of you that have experienced and been in the industry for a long time, you know that hairdressing is one of those very amazing businesses that really requires social interaction. So I think when people come out of their isolation, they're going to be wanting to go back to that salon. They're going to be wanting to see you. And also, obviously, they're going to be wanting haircuts and colour fixings, whether it's getting their regrowth done, or indeed, if the quarantine goes for longer, perhaps a few colour corrections as well. There might be a few box colours thrown on their head. But to all of you, I just want to say, stay positive, stay safe. And of course, my happy place is being creative. I'm here in London. I have a studio in my house that I set up bizarrely before we were locked in. So I've got something to do here. I'm adding to my education all the time, to my online learning. Please check out my Access All Area members, because there's lots of stuff that's going on to that. Stay creative. And most importantly, for many of you, if you're frightened, if you're just so hesitant about what's going on, and it's so easy, I think, to just take on so much information from the press that it's overwhelming. I have to tell you, I had a friend very recently who came down with coronavirus. I was speaking to him on the telephone. He said to me, one of the hardest things, he had it quite bad. When I say bad, bad enough that it wasn't just the normal flu. He knew he had it, but he was all right, and his partner was all right. He had a very mild version, and he had a much stronger version. But one of the interesting things that he said to me, he said, Patrick, I rung the helpline at night when I was breathing, and all I could hear was my breathing. I didn't know how bad I was. I didn't know whether I was just kind of a little bit on the spectrum or a lot on the spectrum. He said, when I spoke to the doctor at the other end of the line, the doctor said immediately, I want to just tell you, you can relax. I can hear you speaking. I can hear you breathing. And you know what? He said a huge weight lifted off his shoulders, because all of a sudden he realized he could cope with it, because he'd been listening to so much of what the press was saying. He just thought he was automatically dying. And, and of course, the reality is he wasn't. And the reality is many of us will not. Many of us will get it in lots of different ways. So to all of you out there, follow the numbers, watch what's going on. And, and if it's upsetting you a lot, just turn it off. Yeah, that's kind of my advice. Turn it off. In fact, my advice is to watch something, get a little bit of the news in the morning, and that's enough for the day, yeah? Or get a main headline in the evening, because you know what? You've got to go on and live your life. So from me here in lockdown London, I'm sending my love to you in lockdown New Zealand. I've got my New Zealand ticky on, which is reminding me all of you and making me miss you even more. So guys, God bless, stay safe, stay sanitized, wash your hands, and we'll get through this. I promise you, we absolutely will. Lots of love.